cross over and break your ankles. I'm a highlight. Now watch me shine, watch me shine, watch me shine.
Goes to Carter and goes. What a catch! Touchdown! Touchdown! What a catch!
Yeah! I'm a ball hard. He can't take me. I'm a cross over and break your ankles. I'm a highlight. Now watch me shine, watch me shine, watch me shine.
Our next guest is a Hall of Famer who caught 130 touchdown passes in his career, fourth most in NFL history. Chris Carter, welcome to Undisputed.
Thank you, Joy.
And Joy, allow me to officially welcome Chris Carter to the Fox family as an NFL analyst. He will frequently be sitting at this table with us. So now we'll have some genuine Hall of Fame wisdom at this table for once. So we appreciate that very much.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be joining the team.
See, you saw what he did there?
But we don't, that's on the intro, though. They gave him the intro, but you know we're going to tag team him.
Yeah. Well, Patty Chris, hey, he patted you on the back, hit me in my face. Yeah, Chris, you good. Chris, you good, Chris.
I just had to make sure you were listening across the table.
Well, Chris, we're happy to have you.
Thank you.
Let's talk about last night's game. The Patriots overcame two special teams turnovers to beat the Ravens 30-23. Tom Brady threw for over 400 yards with 3 touchdown passes. The Patriots are now 11-2, the best in the AFC. Chris, are the Patriots the best team in the NFL?
I think they're the team to beat. If you look at what they've done, to survive the 4-game suspension at the beginning of the season, a rash of injuries, having Gronk now being on the rack for the rest of the year, their ability to develop players and develop a system for the players that they have. Blunt, being able to run him between the tackles. James White, being able to utilize him as a receiver. And they dominate time of possession and field position in games. So when you start to evaluate teams, like, okay, how does this team look? How does this team look? You have to evaluate the small intangibles. And you can't do that with looking at Belichick and Brady. And at this point in Tom's career, he has that drive that we don't see in a lot of players who are that accomplished. Right. So for me, New England is the best team, and someone's going to have to beat them, knock them out.
And you think that defense could hold up as a Super Bowl winning defense?
Yeah, they've done it a number of times. See, this is the thing in the NFL. How good your defense have to be. I mean, when you have Tom Brady and you're able to control the clock and you can score 28 points, 25 points on the regular basis, I mean, they are not a great defense between the 20s, but they are a top 10 defense inside the red zone. And that's the most important part. That's what they've been doing in New England the last several years. They give up a lot of yards, but they don't give up a lot of points.
The thing is also is because Tom Brady is there, they put so much pressure on your offense because it's not going to be a 17-13 ball game. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to get somewhere in the mid-20s in order to beat them. And the thing that I admire most about the Patriots is that they're not in love with any particular thing. Yeah, we have Tom Brady, but we don't have to have Tom throw it 45 times and throw for 400 yards. If you can't stop the run, deal with the Winnebago, LeGarrette Blount. Yep. If you can stop the run, okay, let me see how good your corners you can hold up outside, and Brady's going to throw it. A lot of teams, we're going to do what we do. Belichick, we're going to do what we do to win. So if throwing the football will help us win,
week.
They
have the best week in, week out specific game plan.
Exactly. When you talk about situational football, the situation dictate last night that they air it out. That's what it called for. Why am I going to bang my head and try to prove how tough I am and run the ball down the Ravens' throat when I can throw for 400, when I know their guys on the back end can't cover? You always, if it's close, and I think Dallas is close, but you want Dak or you want Tom Brady. You want Garrett or you want Bill Belichick. So when it comes to when you look at it, even if they're slightly behind a team, when it comes playoff time, all things being equal, this team is a little better offensively. This team is a little better defensively. When it comes down to a playoff game in a winner take all, because there's no tomorrow if you lose, you probably 99 times out of 100 you're going to take Belichick and Brady over any other moving forward.
Except for one team. And that was the team that played at Foxborough last night, which is why I've been telling you for 3 weeks how big a game this was for the New England Patriots, because their kryptonite, their nemesis, was there last night. And I don't know what gets into Joe Flacco. And by the way, I thought he played pretty well last night. Threw for, 346? Yeah. But for reasons I can't explain. When Flacco goes to Foxborough, he becomes Tom Brady. He out-Brady's Brady in Foxborough and has on a consistent basis. So the team that's, as a guy who picked the Patriots before the season, Brady fan, the team that scared me is just one team, and it's the Baltimore Ravens. And it was huge last night that the New England Patriots damaged the Ravens' playoff chances. I'm not saying they're not going to make it, but when you knock them down to 7-6 and your Dolphins are still sitting there at 8-5, your Dolphins got a shot now. They got a shot with Matt Moore, but somebody.
Don't say these
Well,
things to me.
well, I'm just saying. Well, but seriously,
Yeah, but
you know what's ironic about this? If somehow the Patriots clinch before the last game at Miami, it might serve the Patriots well to lose to Miami to get Miami in the playoffs instead of Baltimore. If it comes down to those two teams, because you just don't want to mess with these guys in a win or go home game, even in Foxborough in January. They're just, they walk in, they know they can play.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to get back into it thanks to two insane kicking game blunders, uncharacteristic blunders by the Patriots last night, back to back in the third quarter. Didn't you start to think they're going to pull it off again?
And I saw the scores like 20. The scores like 17-23. I said, see, they get a touchdown here, they hold on 24-23. That's what I thought the score would be. Skip giving you false hope. You talking about the Dolphins have a shot?
Well, 8-5.
They are a DeAndre Jordan 3-point shot.
Right. I think the intangible is not the Giants, and I do like the Giants because I believe the Giants match up well against New England. But this Giants defense that's defeated New England in 2 Super Bowls, their secondary is better than they have been.
Absolutely.
Their secondary. Now, JPP,
Wait, so you're saying the Giants are going to win the NFC?
No, I'm just trying to give you particular.
Okay.
All right, I'm a regular on the show now. I'm just trying to trying to lay a precept after a precept. I'll come back tomorrow and finish it off.
Right.
But that secondary is formidable. So you can put some more pressure. Now, what I worry about the Giants is JPP. Sports hernia injury. He had one of them a couple years ago. The doctor tell you, I mean, in a month, you get back to regular activity. In 2 months, you get back to strenuous activity.
Yeah.
And this is where you start to see NFL players rush themselves back and get hurt. I think the intangible for your team in Dallas is that offensive line. Can they have a game where they take control in 36 minutes time of possession?
That's what you're going to need to beat the Patriots.
If you have one, because there's only one. It's not a series. It's not Golden State versus Cleveland.
Right.
It's one game. So to me, the secondary of the Giants is an intangible. It's real. And the offensive line of Dallas, which I believe can take over a football game.
Because what we've seen from Coach Belichick, he realizes that I can't get pressure with 4 guys. Because if I send 5 and if I send an extra 1 or an extra 2, I'm really compromising my back end. And we've been really bad back there. So what they have to do, they have to be really good on first and second down to make you third and long. Because they want to play rush 3 and drop 8. See, you can't play that coverage if it's 3rd and 3, if it's 3rd and 2.
Yeah.
That's what they're winning on first down. But you also have to understand, you got to be patient. When they're rushing 3 and dropping 8, you can't say, okay, I'm taking my shot here. No, take the 3. Sometimes it's okay to punt the football. But if you put the ball in harm's way and you give Tom Brady an extra 1 or 2 possessions, you're going home.
This is the best I've seen Tom Brady play.
You're going
Ever
home.
at 39.
This is the best. This is the best I've seen him play. If you look at the wide receiver, you look at the ball placement, if you look at his ability to manipulate at the line of scrimmage, 7 in the box. 7 in the box last night, they go play action pass and catch Hogan down the seam. But his ability to manipulate the safety and put the ball where they lead the NFL in yards after the catch. People don't realize it's not the receivers. It's the ball placement. Back shoulder when I need it. In front of me, running when I need it.
See, this is the hardest thing I have trying to explain to people. I knew if I set up over the ball, if John hit me in my chest, he was telling me to turn up in my shadow. If he threw it on my right, he's telling me to turn that way because the defender's coming from my left.
Yep.
If he put it on the other side, that's what he was telling me.
Yeah.
A lot of times you throw the ball there, okay, you throw it over here, I'm turning there, I'm turning into a linebacker that's coming to peel my cap. You take that for granted, but when you play with all-time great players, they understand it and you understand it. And you get on the same wavelength. And what Tom Brady and this offense will do, they know where you should be vulnerable if you play it wrong. Last night, he knew. He says, they're not pressing Hogan. If he takes one false step one way or another,
Yes.
I'm throwing the seam. CC, I've never seen a center field safety 17 yards deep bite on play fake when he's the deep middle field safety.
Yeah, Weddle's a good player, but he doesn't have the range, and Tom baited him. He baited him, just a little play action, kept him on that left hash.
He also gave him a little quick look left.
Well, listen, I'm going to tell you something. Weddle is not good enough to be out of position.
But
Tom didn't have to look a whole bunch.
No.
The pre-snaps, he saw him that he was off to the left. So all you need to do was a good play fake, and that would keep him there.
And that's the thing. CC, you know, when we used to go in the game plan, it's like, look, sometimes, guys, we're going to get beat because the team is just better. But if we get beat playing our technique, doing our responsibilities, I can live with that.
Okay.
It's when we lose and we're trying to do something that we didn't practice or we're not coached to do. That's when Mike Shanahan with the Broncos or Brian Billick would lose it. Because he's like, guys, we practiced this all week. We said if they gave us this coverage, this is what we're going to do. So why would you run this route?
Mm-hmm.
You have to be on the same page in order for good things to
Okay.
continue.
All that said, the day after Gronk went down, you sat in that same chair and you said, huge loss.
It is.
And I told you, this is Tom Brady's greatest opportunity to pull off his greatest achievement in his career, to win a Super Bowl without Rob Gronkowski. A lot of people think, not that Gronk made Brady, but made him a whole lot better than he could be without him.
He made a great tight end, and Gronk is an all-time great tight end. He makes his job easier. But we need to be careful looking at one game and saying, okay, see, he doesn't even miss Gronk. Because there will come a time that you will need that one guy that can go. CC was a guy, we didn't have to run plays for him. CC could go get open. I didn't need to play. You didn't have to call and rub this and pick that.
Nope, I
Just
agree.
call 24 flanker drive and I can go win on the basic cross.
Yeah.
There will come a time that you will need a guy that says, you know what? No trickeration, none of this manipulation. Go get open.
Especially when the stage gets bigger.
Okay.
Now, they got
you both think they can win it all without him, though. So you're still saying number 12 is good enough to win without him.
Based on what else is out there, yes.
Because he's won 3 without Gronk. Before Gronk was in middle school when Tom won his first one. So yeah, I know what he can do without him. I know what Coach Belichick. There's no denying what they are together.
And there's no super teams. There's no super defenses. No. There's no kryptonite out there for them.
Everybody has flaws on defense. The Broncos, Seattle, the Ravens, everybody have major, major flaws in their offense. The question is, can your offense score 28 points, 24 to 28 points? Because that's what it's going to take to beat this team.
Last quick question. Are you giving up on your Kansas City Chiefs now?
No, I'm not giving up on them.
No, I wouldn't give up on Kansas City.
No.
All right.
That little Tyreek Hill, I'm trying to find as many ways as possible to get in the ball.
Well, let's see. It's this week's game. Next week might be different.
Yeah, okay.
We'll see.
Ooh.
There you go, okay,
That's put it in
Joyce.
perspective.
Shannon and Chris
Boom.
are 2 of the biggest
Thank
trash talkers in NFL history.
No.
What do they
Yeah.
think of Terrell Pryor's trash talk? We'll debate that next.